And of course, Jack Miller is there. Valentino Rossi, row 3, he will not be happy with himself. Taka Nakagami. The Michelin Australian Motorcycle Grand Prix is underway. 27 laps, 74, unreal. Incredible. And look where Marquez has gone. He's been hung out to dry. Marquez is hurt, and he's going to stop it, but that really has just wrecked his progress, and that really underlines his lap. Vista you have here. Miller down at MG. Then it's Marquez. Then it's the two Suzuki. Incredible stuff. Miller then leads the first lap of the Australian Grand Prix here at Phillip Island. Over the line, does he make a Dobby goes third? Where has the pace come from for Dovizioso? As well on the 46 up the inside now. Gets up the inside of Zarco and co. But it's all for me about Dobby. This is not
too much.
Look, right out to the curve, Rins.
And it's the beauty of that section, Keith. The Hayshed section, the Rins.
Hello.
Is Zarco's got form at that corner. That was a couple of years ago.
Bayless was a guest yesterday, and he was telling us about that in FP4. Just a track just might need a bit of resurfacing. Him saying about Petrucci, he's out of this race. Look at the time he's just jumped in. Petrucci goes through the sandpit of the southern loop and come on. Little bit of a battle of words from him and Rins. Oh, Zarco!
That's the Zarco.
Wow! The power of the Ducati. Blimey, did you see that?
That was quick.
Retro boost. He fired.
Need more power up right at the top.
I was saying earlier on this week, it didn't look too bad in a straight line to Suzuki.
Untold. No, and there, look, you can see there's the tyre chart. Your standout man is Johan Zarco. He's got a soft front and a soft keep. Been the fastest in both sessions and consistent. But he's not an out-and-out when he's...
Oh, hang on. Look at that Suzuki. Just stuffs it under Jack Miller. And Jack Diozo leads the Australian Grand Prix. Jack followed him through, but not for long. Marquez is back on him. Oh, best motorbike riders in the world. Dobby is leading it. Jack Miller follows through at MG. Massive! It's a massive one there for Zarco. Zarco, he touches the back. And that,
isn't it?
He just runs up the back of him. Runs up the back of him, doesn't even hook his brake lever. He runs right as the Seagull dive bomb. My only question mark ever nowadays with all the carbon fibre over these bikes is Iannone, Rossi, Viñales, Bautista in 6th place, Rins, Shire. Yeah, he just touches his rear wheel.
The mistake. Oh, it was too.
Maverick Viñales, my money was on at the beginning of this weekend, and he's there in second track temperature. Valentino Rossi is a Sunday man, and here he comes up the inside of Iannone. That's tight. Yet he looks to the inside. That's a big old lunge from a long way back. Valentino Rossi is going to follow his Marquez as he just honestly, he put himself in a terrible position there. Too close. Fargo, his teammate behind him, Morbidelli's there as well. Happy Shireen, where's he? Because there's a big battle going on at the moment, fighting on Alvaro Bautista. What a brilliant job, the 19 rider here, right up there. Well, I hope he doesn't find off Yamaha as a factory.
Incredible. His last his last crash with
straight. They've all got hard tyres on, the men that matter, and the hard tyres on the rear, that is, and that should save them from
8 laps to go.
16 and a half laps. What a note. We have had 200 and a bit. About. Wow.
Incredible. Pedrosa.
Wow.
Qualified
18. Unreal.
Behind the latest model Ducati.
At a racetrack that Ducatis don't really work at previously. This is the first time. Iannone. I make that mistake sometimes. That blue and yellow.
Yeah, quite similar.
You're blue and
Tim at all. Just he puts it in a box, moves it to the side, and says, right, next session. We were saying after, I think it was FP3 he crashed, and he absolutely destroyed a Ducati, and I'm thinking at that point,
P-bike. Then we got Bradley Smith.
Maybe we could see
Bautista now. Rossi goes back to 4th place. The two big red Ducatis, the Desmond Sadici's come through. And
V4, the new V4 Ducati is any good. I'll tell you, Jonathan Ray might have his
Grand Prix, and apparently still for World Superbikes as well. Still it is. Valentino Rossi struggling with Iannone. Here he goes on Valentino at Doohan's corner. And that's where age fit. He's used to the Honda. He's used to Lucio Cecchinello. So Bradl will be back of the year for Andrea Dovizioso this year, and that sort of measured up to what he was doing last year as well. But Dovizioso into Mick Doohan corner, into Doohan's corner actually.
He slowed the group down ever so slightly. I think that's why Dobby's passed him.
Dobby's had to go. Dobby used his, again.
If Andrea Dovizioso or any of these riders want a chance of winning this race, they have to, down with 10 laps,
keep the heat in. That's what it's like here. Let's count the time. It was 3.1 over the line last with him, no doubt. Later, oh, hang on. Iannone alert, just barges his way past. Bautista is right on this lot too, on the 42. In fact, he was having a little look there around the outside at Honda corner, this island. Here's Maverick Viñales. Wow, what a drought he's had. He's out of turn 12.
And what we always say about Phillip Island, Keith, is this track.
Because when a Ducati gets on the straight, it just, oh, that's ruined my day. Down at there with them. He's just not going to better. He's, oh, hang on a minute. Where are you off to, Andrea?
Hey, no, he's been outside on that berm.
Oh, Valentino on Dobby. Valentino goes second. A 1-2 for Yamaha. Ain't line just yet, but here comes Giannone as well, so Valentino goes second back to fifth.
You know what we normally see? To say Rins is the younger, more inexperienced MotoGP rider. He's the...
Earlier on today, as Bautista took a lot of doings there. Seen Remy Gardner race earlier on, son of Wayne, obviously, yesterday. So, famous sons and famous fathers.
Yeah, some talented kids coming through from Australia.
Decide if you can take your eyes away from the main screen. I can't. Here's Valentino. Has he got anything left? To a lap with them battling, that would be fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Dorner. As we come out of 12th.
Let's not forget this. It's where the lines cross over. We've seen it all ocean, why it's so difficult for the riders. Yeah, what I was going to say, Keith, let's not forget there is still a battle. Gap down.
That was incredible. He rehearsed that last time round, didn't he? Brilliant there, the Suzuki. Just seems to southern loop on the opening lap and having to fight his way into the points. So, still, Vignale
ground now, nearly a second a lap slower than these guys, which he won't do. So, yeah, he's got this in the bag.
Kicking it. Oh, dear. So,
Pole's not happy.
Pole's not happy of all tyres. This set of corners here, 11 and 12 onto the Gardner Straight. We're on board then.
What you do is you go about half a second the lap slow and you keep a bit of a margin. This next lap's going to be crucial.
He will have had the board. He loses this race. Maverick Viñales will take so much to get over.
If he loses this race, I tell you, I'll be retired.
He left it a little late, even though he's been able to do 29s all day long, from warm-up to go. I think Maverick Viñales is just